Lots going on in the world of politics this week. Senator Don Meredith could be the first senator to be expelled from the upper chamber ever. Conservatives called the defense minister's credibility into question in the House of Commons on Monday, and voters in BC are heading to the polls today. We speak with Laura Stone from the Globe and Mail, who joins us now from Ottawa. Laura, I want to start talking procedure with you. In a historic ruling, the Senate Ethics and Conflicts of Interest Committee recommended last week that Senator Don Meredith be expelled from the chamber because of his inappropriate relationship with a teenage girl. The committee now has to vote this week on that recommendation. So take me through the process for this vote to take place.
Well, good morning, Ben. That's absolutely right. We had quite an ethics report there from the Senate ethics officer saying what Don Meredith did, having sexual relations with a teenage girl, brought the Senate into disrepute. Then we had the Senate Ethics Committee meet. This is composed of former jurists, former lawyers. They met and they decided the way forward for Senator Meredith was to expel him from the Senate. Now the Senate as a whole will debate this. If senators choose to debate this, including Senator Meredith, he could speak to this in the Senate chamber this week. And we are expecting a vote on this. This could happen as early as this week. And so basically, it's a simple majority. If enough senators, 50% plus one, choose to expel Senator Meredith, and they could vote to kick him out of the Senate this week.
All right, let's move on. Yesterday, Conservative defense critic James Bazan tabled a non-binding motion in the House expressing a loss of confidence in Harjit Sajjan. So does this mean anything for Sajjan, or does non-binding mean just that? It's purely for show?
Well, it is slightly purely for show, but it's a hit on his credibility. And basically, the Conservatives, along with the NDP, spent all day yesterday hammering at Minister Sajjan, questioning his credibility, saying that the troops and Canadians have lost confidence in him. As you say, Ben, it's a non-binding motion, and so nothing can really happen with this. They're expected to vote on it today, and of course, the Liberals have a majority in the House, so we're expecting it to fail. The Prime Minister said that he has confidence in Minister Sajjan. Minister Sajjan attempted yesterday to turn the tables on the Conservatives and say that they've underfunded the military. But you know what? This does hurt because they're keeping it in the headlines. They're hammering away at him in the House of Commons. But at the end of the day, it's not going to change anything if Prime Minister Trudeau still has confidence in his minister. And
Sajjan still has work to do as defense minister. He did say, as you said, that successive federal governments have underfunded the military. And on Monday, the Senate Defense Committee urged the Liberal government to cancel its decision to buy 18 Super Hornet fighter jets. And they said that the cost would outweigh the benefits. So what are they going to do now?
Well, that's right. You know, Minister Sajjan is facing a lot of pressure here with the future of the Canadian military. The government's supposed to release their defense spending review sometime soon, and that's when we'll find out if the government, if the Liberals are planning on investing more in the military. We have lots of aging equipment, and the government has hinted that they're going to be investing more in this. But as you mentioned, Ben, the Senate committee is pushing the Liberals to invest more in the military, including upping that 2% NATO spending. Right now, it's about 0.88%, so doubling basically our defense spending. We'll see if the Liberals choose to do that. I highly doubt it, but that's where Minister Sajjan is facing even more pressure on the future of Canada's military, and the Liberals will be unveiling their plans sometime soon.
All right, Laura, let's look to the West. The Liberals and the NDP are neck and neck heading into the provincial election in British Columbia. Christy Clark hoping to stay in power. What can we expect to come from this election as voters head to the polls?
Well, it's going to be a very close election. Polls have been almost too close to call, showing that the NDP and the Liberals are, as you say, Ben, neck and neck in this. Some have said that Christy Clark's Liberals will have the edge. It does remain to be seen, and it could even be a minority government situation. It also depends on how the Green Party does. They are polling higher than expected, and so it's going to be a tight race. You know, the Liberals are asking for a fifth mandate here, so there could be a voter fatigue. But then, do they want to put their confidence in the NDP government? It also has federal ramifications. Of course, the Liberals are in support of the Kinder Morgan pipeline. The NDP isn't, and Justin Trudeau has said he supports this project. So this obviously has ramifications in Alberta and the rest of the country, but it's going to be a very close, very exciting election tonight.
Well, it's a lot of politics on the docket, and no one better to get us up to speed than you, Laura Stone in Ottawa. Thank you very much.